Hey guys, it's Patriot. Getting your desirable premium tank could be a little bit tricky because Wargaming didn't really sell it every single time, right? And you don't know when it's going to be on sale. However, there is some premium tank that is actually available all the time inside the tech trees. Do you know that? Well, there is like inside the tech trees, you go for the nation, and down there in the gold section down below, you can be able to see a lot of premium tank that you can be able to select and purchase right now. And they are very interesting because you can get them cheap. How cheap? Well, you actually can purchase them using the gold, and to get the gold, you might get it from some bundle, you might actually get it on discount that Wargaming have it sometimes throughout the years. You might get the gold cheap, and then you can wait for this premium tank to get discounts as well, and you get double discounts on these premium tank, and it can be really cheap. However, which one that you should get? So, we're gonna discuss in this video top 10 premium tank inside the tech trees. Let's get into it. For the number 10, we have the German tank destroyer, the Cannon Jagdpanzer. This vehicle is very good with the big alpha, 390, nice excellent penetration, 260x standard and 330 premium round with nice accuracies as well. With a super fast speed, this vehicle can be able to be super sneaky, get to the place where it should be before it should be, punish the enemy with nice alpha, and you're gonna do a lot good things on the tank. However, you need to be careful about this vehicle armor because it doesn't really have one. Incoming shells will always pen, and also this vehicle cannot really snap the shot that quick because the reticle bloom a lot when you move the vehicle. However, the aim time is good, so you can be able to get small really quickly, but both snapping shots on this vehicle can be a little bit tricky. However, if you know how to use the speed, how to use the gun, and get it to a place where it should be, you're gonna do so well on this tank, and it's definitely the number 10 on this list. Number 9, we have the German heavy tank, the Lava. This vehicle is a good tank overall. It's got nice accuracy, 10 degrees of gun depression, very good penetration, very good armor, and nice view range for the heavy tanks as well. It can be able to get around and side scraping and do the hold down as well, shoot things with a great accuracy. Close range combat will never be a problem on this vehicle, so I would say the combat performance on this vehicle can be very good. However, you need to be careful when you play this tank because it is super slow, so making the plan to go anywhere is possibly be the final plan because you cannot get yourself out of that situation. And also the aim time of this vehicle is horrible, so sniping is not a thing on this tank even though your accuracy is very good. When you need to aim at long range, the vehicle slow down very slowly, so need to be careful on that. But the close shot is not going to be any problems. And also this tank has low alpha, just 320 with a bad DPM, which means that you might take as long as those 400 each alpha tank to reload, but you do just 320. So trading on this tank is not actually that efficient, so do keep that in mind. So if you use this vehicle, overall great stat, you can be able to do great things on this tank, and it deserves to be the number 9 on this list. Number 8, we have another German vehicle. This time is a bomber light tank, the HBK 30. This vehicle has superior amount of view range, 410. That is very good for the light tank. It has a great speed at top speed at 70 and reverse speed at 24 and a 28 specific power. This vehicle races to anywhere very quickly, and it's got a great gun as well. So battle performance of this vehicle can also be great. So this vehicle is a light tank that can be able to do like medium tank as well. It can pull off some damage, it can spot things, but you need to keep in mind that this vehicle has the very bad armor. It's very huge profile with the paper armor that every single edge is going to go through on this tank. And also this tank is a light tank, but it doesn't really have the camouflage, so you cannot be really sneaky on the tank. So that could be awkward to play as a light tank as well. But if you can use the tank overall great stat and the great view range, try to play this tank kind of like a medium tank a little bit, it's gonna perform very well. And I would say this is the number 8 on the list. For the number 7 is the medium tank, and it's not the German anymore, it's a Soviet medium tank, it's a T-54 Mod 1. Well, this vehicle, it's got great alpha, 250, it can roll up to 300, which is absolutely amazing. And also it has like heavy tank like armor, super great right there. A lot of players actually underestimate how heavily armored this vehicle is, and they just right clicks on the tank and it's not going to go through this vehicle. If you fight this thing, you need to pay attention on how can you go through with this tank. Well, the bad thing about this vehicle is it's slow for the medium tank because that armor is super inaccurate, so hitting things can be a little bit challenging, and also very low penetration at 190 standard and 247 premium round. It means that you're gonna have to load a lot of premium rounds on this tank if you're gonna have to be a little bit more competitive on this one. So overall, this tank is a great medium tank in terms of going in close range combat. Accuracy doesn't really matter in that fashion, and your armor will hold up, you can hold down, you can side scrape, you can do great things with this vehicle in the combat. And I would say this thing is great, and it deserves to be the number 7 on this list. Number 6, we have the best sniper of all premium tanks, the Splitvang S1. This vehicle is sniping god. It's got 390 alpha. It's got the best accuracy overall inside the siege mode. It's got great excellent penetration, 288 standard and 330 with the premium round, and it's quite fast as well with a 50 top speed and 45 reverse speed. So going back and forth, I mean, you don't really have to turn around to drive away from the situations, right, which is very nice indeed. However, the tank doesn't really have any gun traverse outside the siege mode or the sniping mode that it has, and also it's quite slow inside the siege mode as well. So it means that this vehicle is not actually great offensive tank. It's meant to be a defensive vehicle. So if you get this vehicle to the place where it should be, snipe things with a great accuracy, you're gonna do a lot of things. You can be able to make a lot of credit with this vehicle as well, because you don't need that premium round at all. 288 at a standard penetration is very good. So I would say the sniper things on this tank can never be better. So this thing is great. Number 6 on the list. Number 5, we have the T26E5 or the Patriot. This vehicle is the heavy tank with great DPM with a nice penetration as well at a 230 penetration standard and 259 for the premium round. It means that in a close range combat you cannot really go wrong with this tank penetrations, and also it's got great armor overall, so you can bounce things, you can side scrape, you can hold down. It's gonna be pretty good. The problem about this vehicle is gonna be a little bit slow, and also that armor is not that reliable until the when the enemy actually load the premium round against this tank. So you need to be careful. You need to be careful on that when you play this vehicle. However, when you play the tank, when you can put 2 shells against the enemy 1 shells with the excellent reload times on this vehicle, if you can lock down the enemy tracks with that reload, it's gonna be amazing, and you can't go wrong with this tank, and obviously deserve number 5 on this list. Well, number 4, we have the sneakiest light tank in the world of tank, the ELC Even 90. This vehicle has super high camouflage at 22 stock, and it can get up to 50 to 60% camouflage with the right setup. This vehicle is very sneaky indeed, and it also has great speed at 70 top speed, and it's had good potential for the gun as well, 660 alpha. Well, this vehicle can do 220 for 3 rounds. It means that overall potential damage is 660, right? That is actually pretty high when you think about it. It's a light tank that can do 660, so that is dangerous as well. However, you need to be careful with the view range of the vehicle. So it's sneaky, but the view range is not that great overall. At the gun, obviously it's pretty inaccurate, and also like the penetration is very bad, so it's useless for the most part, and also it's super small, so get rammed, or you actually ram a tiny rock down there on the floor, you can just fly away. So driving this tank could be a little bit challenging, but if you master this vehicle, you can get to the place where you can scout things. You might just sit there, you don't have to find anything, and you can just scout, do things for 10,000 scouting without really take a lot of efforts on the tank, so super crazy and deserve to be the number 4 on the list. For number 3, we have one of my favorite medium tank, the STA2. This vehicle is a great all-rounder medium tank. It's got nice accurate gun, it's got 240 alpha, 10 degrees of gun depression, and 400 base view range. So it can be able to scout things, it can be able to get into the ridge line, use 10 degrees of gun depression, shoot things with nice accuracy, get away with nice speed, top speed at 55 as well. So with the turbocharger that I love to use, it's gonna go up to 60. Just like the light tank, right? Really fast indeed. However, this vehicle, the bad thing is just it doesn't really have any armor. Even the turret is okay, but the cupola is quite big, so the enemy is gonna hit that reliably every single time. But if you can avoid the incoming shells, you know what to do on the tank. I would say the great stat overall of this vehicle can take it to the top level, and definitely the number 3 is on the list, and I love this vehicle so much. Number 2, we have the AMX CDA 105. This vehicle is very close to the Kanonen Jagdpanzer with 390 alpha gun, excellent penetration at 260 standard and 310 premium round, with a nice accuracy, with a nice speed as well. Well, not as fast as a Kanonen. This vehicle has 55 top speed, so it's not going to be as sneaky as a Kanonen. Not as fast as that. However, this vehicle can bounce some shells with the great armor of the tank. Well, I'm not gonna call it great, but it has okay or acceptable armor to bounce things. So it meaning that this vehicle can be able to be good for offensive as well. Meaning that you can be super flexible with this vehicle. Unlike the Kanonen, where you always need to try to snipe on the tank, this vehicle can get in close range, can sometimes bounce things, and put a great 390 alpha bag and drive around with great speed. I would say this vehicle is super flexible, and if you can do good on this tank, it's gonna do really well. So definitely the number 2 on this list. Well, before we get to the number 1, pause the video and leave the comment down below. What do you think it should be the number 1 right now? Come on, let's gaze and see if you are right. Well, get on, do it. Well, the number 1 is the Knaven Action 10. Did you guess it right? Yes, you do, right? This vehicle is a great performer. I love this vehicle so much. It's got great gun, it's got great armor with 230 alpha with super quick reload, super high DPM. It's got great armor with the ability to do the hold down, ability to side scraping. Everything about this vehicle will work. However, your tank is a little slow, and also with that 230 alpha, you might not be able to trade effectively. But I don't really feel like that is the downside of the vehicle. I feel like it's a gift of the tank, because now you have incredibly fast reload time because your DPM is very good. So you can be able to put double Jocelyn or maybe 3 Jocelyn when the enemy can reload just 1. You might just perma-track the enemy altogether. So this vehicle, if you can use those performance to the top level, it's gonna be the best tank ever. And I would say I love this vehicle so much, and this is the best tank available inside the tech trees. There you have it, top 10 premium tank that is available inside the tech trees. What do you think about this list? What did I miss, or what tank should not be on this list? And did you guess it right about the Knaven Action 10? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next battle.